Hi, my name is Sandra Kwak, and I'm the founder and CEO of 10Power. We are a benefit corporation working to bring renewable energy to places that don't have access to electricity, working directly with communities to help develop and finance and create renewable energy projects with a gender empowerment lens. I've been working in climate for almost my entire career, and I believe it's one of the most important things that we can dedicate our talents to. We use digital technology from start to finish on our projects. We've always been operating remotely. I launched the company in Haiti and have a 100% Haitian team in Haiti. So we've been using communications, digital communications, video conferencing since well before the pandemic. So that's been a key part of infrastructure in our company. Also in the solar process, we have a lot of specialized software that we use for speccing out projects, for running analysis to see what the best combination of solar and energy storage is for backup power, also for creating specs for projects. Also very important in the solar process is measuring management and controls and remote systems. So digital technology is incredibly important in making sure that the solar assets are still performing in the field. And that's one big issue with a lot of charity projects, is that sometimes they fall into disarray and you don't have a pulse on what's actually happening with the projects. And so having digital tools that help you to collect the actual physical data on how your installations are performing is very important. Prior to launching 10Power, I was actually working in clean tech in Silicon Valley. And while it was pretty exciting from an emissions reduction perspective, I felt like from a social perspective, I was not able to achieve my highest potential as a woman in the work environment. And so I left that company to start 10Power. And 10Power applies a gender lens to everything that we do. We have a women's solar installer training program in Haiti. And I think in the fight to reverse climate change and to create a more just society and to bring about climate justice for all, it's so important that every single individual be empowered to bring their whole selves to the table, regardless of what our gender is, where we were born, what our skin color is, or our ethnic background. And so really for everyone to win, it's incredibly important that each one of us is given the opportunity to contribute our whole selves. My advice would be to give girls and women the same opportunities that you would give boys and men. We really need all hands on deck with this fight. And especially in terms of funding for startups. Right now, a very, very small percentage of funding goes to startups that are women-led, and an even smaller percentage of funding goes to startups that are led by women of color, less than 1%. And so in order to see these solutions really achieve scale and solve the world's problems, we need to make sure that funding is distributed more equitably. And for the young people out there, my advice would be, know that your worth comes from inside of you. And throughout our lives, we receive all this programming from the outside. We receive messages of colonization, of gender inequality. And little by little over time, those critical voices that are coming from outside become our voice on the inside. Keep your internal voice strong and know your worth, and then it comes from inside of you, not from outside. And yes, sometimes as women, we will have to work 10 times as hard, but that makes our work all the more valuable. And we must keep striving for a world where everyone's work is valued equally. Thank you.